Welcome to the V.R.O. Variety Radio Online. My name is Brandon Cañas. I'm going to be your host today for a video recap of Psych, Season 6, Episode 12. Shawn and the Real Girl. Been waiting for this episode all season long, and I gotta tell you the reason for it, the guest stars. Psych always has great guest stars, but these guest stars are my favorite. First one, Wayne Brady. Of course, he was on Drew Carey's Whose Line Is It Anyway?, Let's Make a Deal, and of course, How I Met Your Mother. And he also had his own show, The Wayne Brady Show. But my favorite thing I've ever seen Wayne Brady in, the Dave Chappelle sketch where he plays like a Denzel Washington character and scares the crap out of Dave Chappelle. If you haven't seen it, look it up on YouTube. The next one is Lachlan Monroe. Now, if you guys don't know him, he is a great actor. He's been in the movie Dead Man on Campus, and I watched that when I was in high school. Absolutely loved it. Also, he was in Freddy vs. Jason where he played a cop, and of course that movie is one of my all-time favorites as well. If you don't like that movie, I don't like you. The next one, the most awesomest man on the planet, WWE superstar, The Miz. I've been waiting to see this episode all season because of The Miz. That is correct. I'm a huge WWE fan, and I hope that The Miz gets the WWE Championship very soon. Now, in this episode, I was a little upset with The Miz's role because it wasn't that big, but you know what? He's The Miz, and he's awesome, and I hope that they can do other episodes with The Miz. Now that all of that has been said, let's get into the episode. In this episode, we saw Shawn and Gus enter the realm of reality TV, one that absolutely scares the crap out of me. Well, Shawn and Gus are investigating an attempted murder on one of the contestants when they notice that what looks like a routine car accident actually has some sort of foul play. They notice that the gas or the brake lines actually were cut on the car and leaked at the scene. They also get a visit from the producer, who is played by Lachlan Monroe, and he persuades them to come down to the set, which didn't take much, to see the videos of the contestant saying that he fears for his life. Of course, Shawn and Gus see this, and they see it as an opportunity to get on TV. So what do? They persuade the producer to let them on as contestants. Now, of course, as you know, Shawn and Jules, they are together, and this is very, very, very challenging to keep from Jules. And of course, Shawn does try to keep it from Jules. But one of the greatest things that Shawn does on this episode is he uses a fake name and says that he is a doctor. And, and he's a neurologist. And the funny part is, during the episode, one of the contestants gets hurt, and of course Shawn screams out, "Is there a doctor?" And everybody was like, "I thought you were." And of course Shawn says, as he does all the time with his quick and witty comebacks, "I'm a neurologist. I don't mess with the nose." So also, Gus gets in on this and says, "Oh, I can win this." And he really actually does try to win it, but of course, you know Gus, he thinks he knows the ladies, but actually doesn't. And with advice from Wayne Brady, he tries to lie to the Bachelorette to win the actual series. When it all boils down, Shawn and Gus actually think that one of the contestants is doing this to get their odds better and win the contest. When in all actuality, evidence shows up that it's actually the creator of the show that actually is doing all this for the insurance money, because he's going around telling everybody that he sold the show to NBC, and in all actuality, he hasn't. And that is brought up by Lassie. Of course, everybody loves Lassie because he's so thorough. Of course, the guy says, "I got signed by NBC, why would I won't need the insurance money?" And Lassie, as quick as can be, goes, "Well, I actually am a neighbor to a correspondent at NBC. Why don't you give me her name, your contact's name, and we'll compare notes." Of course, the guy was lying, and bam, he's in cuffs. Well, guess what? Turns out, wrong. He was not the person doing this. Actually, the person who was doing it was a cameraman. The reason being is he gave his reality idea to the creator, and he actually used it and made the show that Shawn and Gus are actually on. And in the end, Shawn and Gus get their man, and of course, Jules and Shawn are completely fine. And that is this recap for Psych, Season 6, Episode 12, Shawn and the Real Girl. If you'd like to see more recap videos, please go to the V.R.O website, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Facebook.